Alrighty, it is noon Central Time, so we're going to go ahead and get started here today. Firstly, I just want to say thank you all for joining us. My name is Grace Sandberg, and I'm a print services coordinator and graphic artist. I will be leading the sessions over the next 4 weeks. And again, I just want to really thank everybody for joining us. A quick breakdown of kind of what to expect today. Um, Hopefully, you received a confirmation email that allowed you to sign up for a Pasture to Publish account if you were not already a user, as well as just some general information about the series. Um, and if you need help with anything like logging into your account or just questions as we go through these next 4 weeks in the series, I have contact information on our last slide today. So you can give us a call or shoot us an email, and we will reach out to you and help you out. That being said, today we're going to go ahead and get started with the tutorial, which is going to cover starting your salebook in Pasture to Publish, inputting your lot order, adding salebook media, so your photos and all of that good stuff, as managing your non-Angus data. Um, After the tutorial is over, we will have a few minutes for a live Q&A session. And so as we go, if you have any questions, please put those into the chat, and we will answer those at the end. So without further ado, we will go ahead and get started here. Quick links that we have here for you. That includes the salebooks page on angus.org. We have some breed averages, EPDs, and definitions there, as well as other breed averages and contact information. So I just wanted to point that out because those are there for quick, easy access while you work on your book. Okay, I'm gonna start. Sorry, guys. Gonna start this over. It sounds like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties with the volume here. So before we jump into a sale book, I just really quickly want to point out a couple of important things along our left-hand menu here. Now we're starting this with the assumption that you're already logged in. Okay, so this resources tab here down at the bottom, if you click on this little arrow, it's going to pull down. And these are just quick links that we have here for you. That includes the salebooks page on angus.org. We have some breed averages, EPDs, and definitions there, as well as other breed averages and contact information. So I just wanted to point that out because those are there for quick, easy access while you work on your book. And above resources is training videos. Now, these are the Tip Tuesday videos that this webinar is an expansion of. So if you get to working after these sessions and you need some additional help, feel free to view any of those videos, and hopefully they can help answer some of your questions. But for today, we're going to be sticking in this My Sale Books page as we get started. So we're going to go ahead and create a new sale book by clicking this green create new book. So we're going to go quick and we're going to fill out the basic details. I'm going to give my sale a name. Okay. I can go ahead and change my ranch name. You'll notice that is auto-filled, but I can change it. As we move down, you might see also that your state and address might be auto-filled. Feel free to change that if for some reason it is not correct, or maybe you're having a sale at a different location. You can go ahead and add those. So I have my state and zip code in here. I'm going to go ahead and move on because, like I said, I want to get through this portion rather quickly. Now here we're going to just select the publication type. So this is a sale book. If you have a semen guide or embryo directory, you could select that. Moving on, What kind of book are we publishing? For now, for the next 3 sessions, we are specifically talking about an Angus Media custom designed book, or that could even fall within a hybrid book. We will come back to camera ready books in session 4. Moving on to the publishing instructions. For this, I'm going to say it's a printed book and also mailed. But if you have an online book or a private treaty sale book, feel free to select those. I'm going to say yes, I have videos for this because even if I don't, I would rather have it pre-set up to have videos than not. No, that doesn't charge you if you select it and don't end up adding videos later on. So you're only charged if you get videos added. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and say this is going to be a December, let's say 25th book for the fun of it. And we're going to say that this is a sale occurring at 5 p.m. And as you can see, my time zone was auto-selected. But if I needed to change it, I could click on this drop down and it would give me other options. Okay, moving on to the content details. So this is the size of your sale book. We have a few different options here. This 8.125 by 10 and is our like traditional sale book size, and you can select either portrait or landscape. For this, I'm going to say portrait. We're just going to go with the traditional sale book, but feel free to pick whatever works best for you and your operation. Estimated number of pages. For this, I'm going to say it is a 4 plus 4 covers, so that's an 8-page book total. Pretty small book for this, but feel free to put whatever page count you need, and you can always add or delete pages later on, so just know you're not like grandfathered into that page count that you choose here. Estimated number of books. This is really just for your billing analyst to create the estimate for you. So I'm going to say I need 1,000 books. And now we're going to go on our paper details. So I would like an all colored book. So I'm going to select color for my covers and inside pages. And I really just want a pretty simple standard book. So I'm going to select standard paper. Feel free to add your custom choice there if you have a different kind of paper you would prefer. Now here in my assign coordinator, I'm going to say state mapped rather than favorite. We can assign you a favorite coordinator. Feel free to give us a call if you'd like a favorite coordinator, somebody you work with frequently, assigned to you. But otherwise, we're going to go state mapped. And same thing for our billing analyst. That's just going to put who we have in your region, who generally takes those books. Here in your instructions, you can add anything, that could be general instructions for your artist or coordinator. That could be more instructions, details on your paper, or let's say you want pricing on having an embossed cover. Things like that can be added there. And then here we can select, yes, we'd like an estimate, or no, we don't want an estimate. Maybe you already have gotten one. Then we're going to hit next and just keep moving through this process. Now, this is just saying that you have an opportunity for discounts, but also late charges. So if we hit accept, we're just going to keep moving through this process. Alrighty. Now this breaks down our schedule and gives us important dates, and we can always come back to this screen. It also gives you your coordinator's information. So this is in fact my information if you have me assigned as your artist coordinator. We're going to keep going, so I'm going to hit next. This is an outline of the different discounts, and we will walk you through and just kind of note when you're at a discount opportunity as I go. But this does outline those, and again, you can come back at any time. I'm going to hit next again. We'll talk about contributors in session 4. So again, I'm just going to hit next. I'm going to click OK. Okay, so just note the couple of menu items that we're going to be exploring today is book media and lot order, as well as import data. So we can really go through any of these menu options in any order. It doesn't really particularly matter. We're in book media, so I'm going to go ahead and upload my lot photos right now. And I'm uploading from my computer. You have a few different options here. These options will come back to later on in session 2. But for now, we are going to just upload them directly from our computer. So I hit my computer, select files, and then I have a photos folder here. And I am going to select all of these photos and hit open. Now you'll notice they're generating here for me. And then once they've all come in, I'm going to hit add to media. It's going to take me a minute here while it all uploads. Okay, now these are in here. And I'm going to show you how to connect those in a couple of different ways later on in this session as well as session 2. So now I'm going to go ahead and move on, and I'm going to come to the lot order menu. Now we have two different ways we can actually upload our lots into Pasture to Publish. The first way is kind of my favorite way that really streamlines the process. So before I get ahead of myself here, I'm going to go back and show you to select this download lot order template. And I'm going to save that on my computer in my file. And then I'm coming into my computer and I'm going to go ahead and open up that file that I just saved. And then I'm also going to, once this is open, I'm going to split my screen here, and I'm also going to upload this lot order file of my own, which could be, you could get this from your AAA login or wherever you have your lot order and registration numbers saved. Totally up to you how you store those files and how you want to bring them in. Now, in this file over here, I'm just going to give myself some lot numbers. Now, for this today, I'm going to say we have 24 lots. And then I'm going to copy and paste all of my registration numbers over into this registration number column. And again, I'm going to move pretty quickly here because we have a lot to get through in a short amount of time, but feel free to come back to this video at any time. Now I'm going to assign a breed to all these. So we have a drop down in this file for you. And then I'm actually going to click and drag this, and it'll assign to all of the AAA lots. And I'm also adding some Simmental lots here so that I can show you how to bring in non-Angus data. Okay, so I'm saving this file. I'm going to show you a few more options in here. Now we have a lot of columns. Not all of them have to be filled out. I don't have to let them know what my sex type is because that's going to come through as soon as I upload those files. Same thing with pedigree information on registered lots, as well as birth dates, tattoos. Now I can add footnotes here, so I'm actually just going to type in a couple of quick footnotes here. These are going to be pretty generic, but you'll get the idea. Again, just being generic because we want to get through all of this. But just let you know how you can do this. And I'll show you another way to upload footnotes in session 2. We also have a consignor line that you could add consignor names or ranch names in there, as well as breeding info that could be for pregnancy or embryo lots. We also have a reference lot option there as well. Now, what I really want to get into here is the meat and bones of this, which is these primary image and reference image columns. So I'm going to close out of this and open up my file again here with my photo names. And we already uploaded these photos, but a quick and easy way to make sure all of your lots are linked is to copy and paste this in photo name. And then in the primary image media, I'm going to paste the name of that photo. So then when I upload this, it is automatically going to link those photos that I just uploaded together in my lot details. So I'm just quickly copying and pasting this, and then I'm going to just quickly type in a cut line here for each photo, which is the caption, which again is just going to kind of streamline the process. It's all here in one place. Now, I also have a couple photos here that are going to act as reference photos, and I can, same thing, paste the image name and then assign a caption or cut line. And then I'm going to do that one more time here and just so we can see that. Okay. And now those photos and cut lines will automatically be assigned once we upload this file. So I'm going to close it out and I'm going to come back to pasture to publish and see this lot order button here, click it and hit upload lot order. Now I'm going to go find the file again and hit open. And you'll see it might spin a little bit and it's going to give us a blue message here. But otherwise, it might take just a quick second. We have quite a few lots in there. All right, so now you can see it just generated all that information in here. Now you'll see this red background here on all of our Simmental lots. I'm going to show you quickly how to upload and get rid of that red, and that's going to finish filling in all of the information here. So I'm navigating over to the import data screen. And I'm going to select Simmental. You can see we have a lot of different breeds supported, but Simmental, select file, and then this file I got as a data pull from the Simmental Association, and I'm going to hit open and then upload here at the bottom. And you can see I got a note here saying it was uploaded successfully. And if I navigate over here to the lot order screen, you will see the red has gone away and I now have all of the information here for those lots, which is fantastic. Okay, now one more thing I want to show you is how to manually add lots. So what we just did is the bulk upload, and now I'm going to add one more lot to just show you. And actually I'll add another one because I went too fast. So I'm going to hit add lot again. And what that does is manually adds lots to this file. So what I'm actually going to do here is show you how to create a embryo lot. So we're going to go in here and we're going to call it a AAA pending lot. And then in this sex type, I'm going to call it an embryo. Now, one thing you can notice is I could go ahead and type a name in here, but what I really want to focus on in this moment is I'm going to say this is the sire of that embryo, and I'm going to paste it there. And I'm going to come and say this is also the dam of that embryo and paste it. Now you could get your other, like whatever sire and dam information you have. Oh, and you'll see I got a red error here because I forgot to assign a lot number. So we're actually going to call this lot 25 and then save draft. And that's just going to save my changes there. And then I want to show you, I can also add an A lot or a custom lot number here. So it doesn't have to be just a number. So I'm going to call this an A lot. And again, I'm going to say it's a embryo. It could be designated as a pregnancy, a flush, a steer lot, whatever you want to do. You can really customize it here, but we're going to say it's an embryo lot. And we're going to say it's also the same sire and dam. I'm just copying and pasting that information. Okay. So you can see that has auto-filled now. So we are good to go. Now, I really wanted to get through this because I wanted to make sure we had time to show you all of those features, but we also have more features in here that make moving lots around easier. So one thing I want to show you is we can remove lots. So I'm going to say that we no longer want this lot 14. So what I'm going to do is use this check to select that lot and come up and hit remove selected. Now, I can relot this lotting order so it will shift all my lot orders up, or I can leave them the same. It's totally up to you. That's a personal choice. In this case, I'm going to say with relotting so that all of my lot numbers shift up. And now you can see that lot's gone and everybody else shifted up. And we no longer have a 25A, we just have 25. Okay. Now, one more thing I wanted to show is we can add a lot rather than having to be at the bottom. I could add a lot in between. So I hit add lot before, and I'm going to add a lot before lot 4. And I'm just adding one lot rather than say 5 lots. So you could select and say 5, but for this case, I'm going to say 1 and add. Now you'll see here, I have an open section here to add another lot. One other feature here is this reorder section. And if I click on that button, it's going to take me in here and it's going to give me quite a few options. So firstly, what I can do is drag and drop these lots, which before I do that, notice up here, we also have the relotting option. Now, I know occasionally you might not want those in order. That's fine. So you can leave that turned off. For now, I want it turned on. So anytime I make a movement, like dragging this lot 3 above 2, it's going to reorder those lots. Now, I can also select a lot range and move them. Sorry, got to pick a value greater. So I could go 5 through 7 and move 2. And let's say move after lot 1. And we still have with relotting selected. So now we hit reorder. And there we go. Those are all moved around. Now just know your pictures are going to be affected by that. So just be aware of that before you make those changes. But that's okay for us here today. Because it just gives you the idea of how we can move those around pretty quick and easy. Now I'm going to hit back and it's taking me back to this section. Now, one thing to note is these green eyeballs on the side mean that I have photos associated with the lot. Same thing here with lot 10. Okay. Um, and then just a couple other small things is we can select lot ranges here if you need to delete them. You can also select different lot ranges, like multiple at a time. If you needed to, say, select and then delete or any number of things that you might do. Okay, so one more thing I wanted to show you really quickly was how to receive discounts in Pasture to Publish for your photos. So a couple of different ways. Firstly, I'll show you here on my own files. So right here in my photos, if I were to name these photos, as you can see, this one is named with the full animal name and an underscore and then the registration number. If I take these photos like this lot 1 photo and I do the full animal name, which is the registered name, underscore, and then the lot order or the registration number, that will get you the photo discount. Now, another way to do it is in Pasture to Publish. So in our book media, I've gone ahead and gone over here. I'll find that lot photo. So lot 1 here. And then if I come up here to media information, you can see here that I have a file name. Again, I'm going to name that with the full registered name. And then I'm going to put the animal photo name in here again. And then this would be the underscore and the registration. So that could be the 000 or whatever your registration number is. So then the animal photo name here would actually just be the full name and then the registration number, which I'm just copying and pasting for simplicity. Okay, and then again, I want to add the registration number here. And I could also add custom labels, but as long as I've done this portion, it doesn't like my, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to scroll back down and find that photo. It might have generated to the top. Let's see. Right here. Okay, so as long as I've done that right there, you can see that this actually changed that animal photo, and that's going to get me the discount that I need for, or that's going to give me the what I need to get the discount, which is $1 per photo that I label with a max of $150 off. So that's a great way to get a discount. And then I also just wanted to touch the other discount we went over today is uploading your lot order. So I'll jump back to the discounts. As long as you enter all of your lots without assistance from your coordinator, you can get $2 per lot of a discount. So just know that that's something that you can get by putting in your own information. Righty. We will go ahead and spend some time here to answer some questions if anybody has any. And if not, we can kind of go over some frequently asked questions that we see on our end. So I'll just let the chat sit for a second. And again, just to note that there's our contact information there at the bottom. So um, if you have any questions that you'd just like to reach out to us directly on, please feel free to give us a call or shoot us an email. And then also, we will be sending out these recordings after each session. So if you can't attend all of the sessions or you can't stay for all of them for the whole time, then just know we will send those out. And then you can also refer back to these videos as you go. Okay, we're getting some questions in here, and I also have Jenna Martin and Ella Barrett on as well that can answer some of these questions if we need them to. Okay, let's go. Let's see. The discounts are nice. So the price per lot, we don't price our books by lot. It's per page. So the lot discount just applies to how many ever lots you have in there. So if you have 20 lots, then that is a $40 discount. Um, can I put commercial animals in a sale book? Yes, you can. So in that breed drop-down section in the lot order screen, or in the Excel file that we downloaded, you will just need to assign the breed as a commercial lot. And then we also have a commercial file in the import data section that you can upload pedigrees. I know sometimes we get the identity data that can all be uploaded into that file. Okay, another question is if we need to alter the print schedule that is provided in Pasture to Publish. So, yes, we can alter your schedule, depending on whether you are putting the book in yourself and you have not seen an estimate from your billing analyst, or if you've already talked with your billing analyst, you just need to let us know. So, let your coordinator know, and then your billing analyst can adjust that in your estimate. Is there a time frame to getting each session done? No, not necessarily. So I would just say that on your estimate, when you receive those, you will have the due date for when your materials are due, and that's the day that your information in Pasture to Publish needs to be pushed to your coordinator. But feel free to start a book, now if you've got a sale for February or March, and you can be working on it as you go. Um, Per page on average? I would have to look. Jenna or Ella, would you mind looking and seeing if you can get us an answer on that?
So it depends on how many pages you have. Like a 1 to 16 page book is $130 per page. Then it goes up. The more pages you get, the cheaper it goes. So a 20-page book is 125 per page. 24 is 120. 28 is 115. 32 is 110. 36 to 40 is 105. 44 is 100. It goes all the way to the 160 plus is $60. So it's a page range price.
Yes, and then also another great option is like our private treaty sale books, which are more of like an online only style book, usually, typically, is what we use those for. And those run at $150 per page, and there's only a 4-page minimum for those. Is it best to create a new sale book each year or edit a previous book? So, either way, each time you create a new book, we will have a new book started. But a great feature we have in Pasture to Publish is we can clone a previous book, which will bring in basically as much information from the previous year as we would like, and then you can make edits from there. My personal preference each year is to just start a new book because I am a bit of a neat freak, I'd say. And it's just cleaner to me, but it's really just up to you how you prefer to start your book. But if you do have us clone that book, it's a great starting point for the next book. So online only books do not have a print cost. So then an online only book is just per page. And then all of the features in Pasture to Publish are just included in that per page rate. So, again, like the private treaty, if you do an online only book and you have um, 4 pages, it's just $600. So that's how the online only books are priced. But always feel free to just reach out to your coordinator and we'll get you an estimate. Does Pasture to Publish help with the main cover page? So we will go over how to add your cover pages in session 2. But basically, our process is you give us the information and maybe even inspiration on how you'd like those pages designed. And then we'll go from there as your artist and hopefully design something that you're proud of. So that's how we would work that. Okay, I think we've got the majority of these questions answered. Again, I'll just point to the contact information there at the bottom and let you know to give us a call, please. And if you'd like to talk to your own regional coordinator and artist, that we'd love to connect with you and even sit down and do a more thorough walkthrough after these sessions if you have more questions. Um, Otherwise, I think we've got it all. So we're gonna go ahead and say goodbye. And again, just thank you all for joining, and we'll see you next Tuesday.